3:30 in the morning, and my wife Erin is giggling at her phone like a teenager. Again. I'm lying here in our king-sized bed, the one we bought together when we thought forever actually meant something, watching her scroll through Instagram with that stupid wine glass balanced on her chest. The blue light from her screen makes her look like a ghost. Fitting, really, since our marriage has been dead for months. Can't sleep? I ask, knowing damn well she's not trying to. Just catching up on work stuff, she says without looking at me. Work stuff. Right, because HR managers definitely need to review quarterly reports at 3 a.m. while wearing that lacy nightgown I bought her for our anniversary. I watch her thumb move across the screen. Like. Then she pauses on a post, and I catch a glimpse of the username, Derek_Fallon_sales. Her boss. The gym rat with the expensive car and the even more expensive ego. She likes his shirtless mirror selfie from the company gym. Then she comments with a fire emoji. Really, Erin? Fire emojis for your boss's thirst traps? She finally looks at me, and there's something cold in her eyes I've never seen before. You can't control who I follow, Nick. And you can't control who I love, I shoot back. The words hang in the air like smoke. She sets down her wine glass hard enough to make me wince for our nightstand. What's that supposed to mean? I grab my phone and pull up Instagram. Time for a little social media warfare. I post a meme I've been saving, a picture of a woman looking at her phone with the caption, "When you're married, but still shopping." I add my own text. Some people collect red flags, like they're going out of style. Erin's phone buzzes with the notification. She reads it, and her face goes white, then red. Are you serious right now? She tries to grab my phone. Delete that. Why? It's just a meme. Unless you think it applies to you? She's off the bed now, pacing like a caged animal. You're being paranoid and embarrassing. Am I? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like my wife is flirting with her boss at 3 in the morning while I'm lying right next to her. I need some air. She's already grabbing her purse and keys. I'm going for a drive. At 3:30 a.m.? I'm an adult, Nick. I don't need your permission. The front door slams hard enough to rattle the windows. I hear her car start up and pull out of our driveway with unnecessary aggression. My phone buzzes. A notification from our shared expense app, the one we set up to track household spending. Erin just ordered a rideshare. Pickup location, the 7-Eleven 3 blocks away. Drop-off, the Meridian Luxury Apartments downtown. Derek's building. I screenshot everything. The Instagram activity, the expense notification, the timestamp. My hands are shaking, but not from anger, from something colder, more calculating. Time to upgrade my revenge plan from basic to premium. Monday morning, I'm at my desk in the IT department, but my mind is elsewhere. Marty Rodriguez, my cubicle neighbor and the closest thing I have to a best friend at TechFlow Solutions, is explaining some new security protocol, but all I can think about is that rideshare receipt. Dude, you look like someone stole your lunch money, Marty says, rolling his chair over to my desk. What's eating you? Marty's the kind of guy who can hack into the Pentagon's coffee machine if he's bored enough, but he uses his powers for pranks and helping friends. Today, I need both. Hypothetically, I say, keeping my voice low, if someone wanted to check their home network logs to see which devices connected where and when, how would they go about that? Marty's eyes light up. Hypothetically, that someone would log into their router admin panel and check the connection history. Hypothetically, that information might show if a device was connecting to networks outside the home, like say someone's apartment building Wi-Fi. Hypothetically. Want me to walk you through it? 20 minutes later, I'm staring at a screen full of data that makes my stomach drop. Erin's phone connected to Meridian_guest_Wi-Fi 6 times in the past 3 weeks, always between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Always on nights she claimed to be working late or out with Sophie. This is some serious detective work, Marty says, looking over my shoulder. You thinking about a career change to private investigator? Something like that. During lunch, I drive to Murphy's Tavern, a dive bar 3 blocks from our office, where half the company drinks away their corporate frustrations. The bartender, Tommy, has been serving TechFlow employees for 15 years. If there's gossip, he's heard it. "Hey, Nick," he says, sliding me a beer before I even order. "Haven't seen you in here for a while." "Been busy." "Hey, you remember seeing Erin in here recently? Maybe with some coworkers?" Tommy's face shifts slightly. "Yeah, actually, last Friday night. She was here with that sales guy, Derek something. They seemed pretty friendly." "Friendly how?" "Let's just say they weren't discussing quarterly reports, if you know what I mean. Hands all over each other, whispering, laughing. I felt bad for you, man. That's why I didn't mention it." I finish my beer in 3 long gulps. Thanks for telling me now. Back at the office, I spend the afternoon doing what I do best, digital forensics. Erin and I share a cloud storage account for household stuff. Photos, documents, tax records. But buried in a folder labeled Work Projects, I find something that makes my blood run cold. Dozens of photos. Erin and Derek at restaurants I've never been to. Erin and Derek in his apartment. Erin wearing lingerie I've never seen, posing for someone who definitely isn't me. And then there's a video file labeled hrconfidential.mp4. I don't watch it. I don't need to. The thumbnail tells me everything, but I do download everything. Every photo, every video, every piece of evidence. I create my own hidden folder, encrypted and password protected. Then I start planning. My phone buzzes with a text from Erin. "Working late again tonight." "Don't wait up." I text back. "No problem." Take all the time you need, and I mean it. Because while she's working late, I'll be working too. Planning the kind of performance review she'll never forget. Friday evening, TechFlow's monthly happy hour at Murphy's Tavern. The place is packed with my coworkers, all pretending they're not here to get drunk and complain about management. I'm nursing a beer in the corner, watching the door. Erin walks in at 7:30, looking perfect as always in her little black dress and those heels that cost more than my monthly car payment. She scans the room, spots Derek at the bar, and lights up like a Christmas tree. Derek Fallon is everything I'm not. 6'2", personal trainer muscles, teeth so white they probably glow in the dark. He's got that sales guy confidence that makes people want to buy whatever he's selling, even if it's complete garbage. Tonight, what he's selling is my wife. I watch them for 20 minutes. The casual touches, the intimate whispers, the way she throws her head back when he says something supposedly hilarious. Everyone can see it. The stolen glances from our coworkers, the uncomfortable shifting when Derek's hand lingers too long on Erin's lower back. Sophie Tran, Erin's best friend and fellow HR specialist, keeps trying to create distance between them, but they're not having it. They're putting on a show, and they don't care who's watching. Time for my own performance. I pull out my phone and open AirDrop. The beauty of working at a tech company is that everyone has their settings wide open for sharing work files. I can see at least 15 devices in range, including Erin's iPhone and Derek's MacBook. I select the spiciest photo from my collection, Erin in Derek's apartment, wearing nothing but a smile and a necklace I didn't buy her. The timestamp shows it was taken last Tuesday, the same night she told me she was at a team-building dinner. I hit send to all available devices. The reaction is immediate and beautiful. Phones start buzzing all around the bar. People look at their screens, then at each other, then at Erin and Derek. The whispers start like a wave, spreading from table to table. Erin's phone buzzes. She looks at it and goes white as paper. Derek's laptop chimes. He opens it and nearly chokes on his craft beer. I walk over to them, wearing my most innocent expression. "Hey, honey," I say, loud enough for the nearby tables to hear. "Is that you in that photo?" I thought it was a deepfake at first, but the metadata looks legitimate. Erin is frozen, staring at her phone like it's a bomb about to explode. "I mean, the lighting is really good," I continue. "Very professional. Did Derek take that? He's got a real eye for composition. Derek finally finds his voice. Nick, I think we need to talk. About what? Photography techniques? I'm always looking to improve my skills. The bar has gone quiet around us. Everyone's pretending not to listen while hanging on every word. Sophie appears at Aaron's side, trying to play damage control. Maybe we should all just calm down and... Oh, I'm perfectly calm, I say. Just appreciating my wife's artistic collaboration with her boss. Very hands-on management style. Derek stands up, trying to use his height advantage to intimidate me. Outside. Now. Sure thing. We walk out to the parking lot, followed by half the bar. Derek's face is red with embarrassment and anger. You think you're clever? He says, getting in my face. I think I'm thorough. I pull out my phone. Want to see the rest of the portfolio? There's some really creative stuff in here. He lunges for my phone. I step aside and he stumbles forward. My beer, which I definitely didn't spill on purpose, splashes all over his expensive Italian shoes. Oops, I say. Butterfingers. As he's looking down at his ruined footwear, I lean in close and whisper, This is just the opening act, Derek. You haven't seen anything yet. When we go back inside, Aaron is gone. Sophie is fielding questions from curious co-workers like a press secretary during a scandal. I finish my beer and head home, whistling. My phone buzzes with a text from Aaron. We need to talk. Meet me at home. I text back. Can't wait. Erin is pacing our living room like a caged tiger when I get home. Her makeup is smudged, her perfect hair is disheveled, and she's clutching her phone like a lifeline. What the hell is wrong with you? She screams the moment I walk through the door. Hello to you too, sweetheart. How was your evening? Don't you dare act casual with me. You humiliated me in front of everyone. I sit down on our couch, the one we picked out together at IKEA 3 years ago when we were still pretending to be happy, and look at her with genuine curiosity. I humiliated you? I just shared some photos. Art appreciation, really. If you're humiliated, maybe you should ask yourself why. She stops pacing. You violated my privacy. You went through my personal files. Our shared cloud account. Community property, technically. This isn't over, Nick. Derek won't let you get away with this. Derek? Oh, I'm counting on Derek not letting this go. In fact, I'm hoping he'll want to settle this like men. 2 hours later, I'm sitting on a bench in Riverside Park, watching Derek's BMW pull into the parking lot. It's almost midnight, and the park is empty except for a few late-night joggers and dog walkers. Derek gets out of his car and walks over like he's auditioning for a tough guy movie. All swagger and intimidation. You wanted to talk? Let's talk. Actually, I say, standing up and pulling out a small remote control, I wanted to give you a demonstration. I press the button. Derek's car alarm starts screaming, but that's not all. The headlights start flashing in a pattern I programmed this afternoon. The windows roll down, and from the car's premium sound system at maximum volume comes the audio from that HR Confidential video. Aaron's voice, breathy and excited. God, Derek, if Nick ever found out about this. Derek's voice, cocky and cruel. Nick's a loser. You deserve someone who knows how to treat a woman. The joggers stop jogging. The dog walkers stop walking. Everyone in the park is staring at Derek's car, which has become a mobile advertisement for his affair with my wife. Derek lunges at me. I sidestep and he crashes into the bench. You psycho! He yells, scrambling to his feet. Turn it off. I don't think so. This is my favorite part. The audio continues. Aaron and Derek talking about me like I'm some pathetic obstacle to their happiness, planning to get me fired. Discussing how they'll split our assets after the divorce they're planning. Derek tries to grab me. I slap him, not a punch, just an open-handed slap that echoes across the park. He's so shocked he stumbles backward. Touch me again, I whisper, getting close to his face. And your ex-wife gets the director's cut. I hear she's still pretty bitter about the divorce settlement. Derek's face goes white. You wouldn't. Try me. I walk away, leaving him standing there while his car continues its audio-visual performance. The remote has a quarter-mile range, so I'm almost to my own car when the show finally stops. My phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. This was brilliant. We need to talk. Sophie, interesting. The next morning, I'm having coffee and reading the news when my phone explodes with notifications. Aaron's Instagram is being flooded with comments. Someone, I wonder who, posted the video from the park. Derek's car alarm symphony has gone viral in our little corner of the internet. Erin stumbles into the kitchen, looking like she hasn't slept. Her phone is buzzing constantly. You're insane, she says, not looking at me. Completely insane. I'm thorough, I correct. There's a difference. Sophie won't even talk to me. Half the office is calling me a cheater and a homewrecker. Are you? She finally looks at me, and for a moment I see something that might be regret, but it passes quickly, replaced by anger. I want a divorce. Great. I've already filed the papers. You should be served Monday morning. Her coffee mug slips from her hands and shatters on our tile floor. What? Along with a formal complaint to HR about your relationship with Derek. Turns out, having an affair with your direct supervisor violates about 6 different company policies. Who knew? I finish my coffee and head for the door. Oh, and Aaron? You might want to check your social media. I think your followers are trying to tell you something. Monday evening, TechFlow's parking garage, level B2, where the security cameras have been malfunctioning for weeks according to Marty's careful maintenance schedule. I'm leaning against my Honda Civic, checking my watch. 7:30 p.m. They should be here any minute. My phone buzzes. A text from Sophie. Everyone's in position. You sure about this? I text back. Showtime. Sophie Tran turned out to be the wild card I never saw coming. Turns out, Erin had been sabotaging her friend's career for months, stealing credit for projects and bad-mouthing her to management. When Sophie reached out after the park incident, she had her own revenge fantasies to share. Sometimes the enemy of your enemy really is your friend. Footsteps echo through the concrete garage. Erin and Derek appear from the elevator, looking around nervously. Erin is carrying a folder, probably some kind of counter-evidence she thinks will save her. Nick? Erin calls out. You said you wanted to make a deal? I did, I say, pushing off from my car. I said I'd give you everything I have on both of you in exchange for a clean divorce and Derek's resignation. Derek steps forward, trying to reclaim some of his lost alpha status. And if we don't agree, then things get much worse for both of you. Worse how? Erin demands. You've already humiliated us. What else could you possibly do? I smile and pull out my phone. I could do this. I press send on a pre-written email. The recipients list includes TechFlow's entire board of directors, Derek's ex-wife, and about 50 of our mutual friends and colleagues. What did you just send? Derek asks, his voice cracking. Everything. Photos, videos, audio recordings, expense reports showing Derek using company funds for your hotel rooms, HR records showing how you've been covering for each other and retaliating against employees who complained about your relationship. Erin's folder slips from her hands, papers scattering across the garage floor. But wait, there's more, I continue, channeling my inner infomercial host. I also included the recordings of you two planning to frame me for sexual harassment, your detailed discussions about how to manipulate the divorce proceedings, and Derek's creative accounting with his sales commissions. Derek's face has gone from red to purple. You can't prove any of that. Actually, I can. See, when you two were planning my downfall in Derek's apartment last week, you forgot that his building's guest Wi-Fi requires device registration. And when Erin's phone auto-connected to that network, it also auto-synced to my cloud backup service. Every text, every call, every voice memo you recorded to remember your schemes. The sound of footsteps echoes through the garage. Sophie emerges from behind a concrete pillar, followed by Mrs. Cohen from my neighborhood, who apparently has been documenting everything for her true crime blog, and about a dozen people from the office. Surprise, I say. I invited some friends to witness this conversation. Erin spins around, realizing we have an audience. This is entrapment. It's illegal. Actually, it's not. We're in a public space. You came here voluntarily, and everything I've shared was obtained legally from our joint accounts or through your own careless digital footprint. Mrs. Cohen is holding up her phone, live streaming to her surprisingly popular blog. This is better than Netflix, she whispers to Sophie. Derek tries to make a run for it. He gets about 10 feet before Marty, who's been hiding behind an SUV, steps out and blocks his path. Going somewhere? Marty asks. The show's just getting started. I walk over to Erin, who's standing in the middle of the scattered papers like she's in the eye of a hurricane. You want to know the funny thing? I say, loud enough for everyone to hear. I actually loved you. 5 years of marriage, and I would have done anything for you. But you threw it all away for what? A middle manager with a gym membership and a leased BMW? Erin's eyes fill with tears, but I'm not done. You called me pathetic, said I was holding you back, that I'd never amount to anything. I gesture to the crowd around us. So tell me, Erin, who's pathetic now? She tries to slap me. I catch her wrist easily. Don't, I say quietly. You've done enough. I release her hand and pull out an envelope from my jacket pocket. Divorce papers, asset freeze, and a bill for every penny you spent on your affair. Hotel rooms, dinners, that lingerie you bought for Derek, it all came from our joint account, which makes it marital fraud. Erin takes the envelope with shaking hands. Oh, and one more thing, I add, turning to address the crowd. Derek's been embezzling commission payments and falsifying sales reports for 8 months. The evidence is in the email I just sent to the board. Enjoy explaining that to the FBI. Derek collapses against a concrete pillar. You're destroying my life. No, I say, walking toward the exit. I'm just returning the favor. As I reach the garage entrance, I turn back one last time. Erin is on her knees gathering the scattered papers while our audience watches in fascination. Derek is on his phone, probably calling a lawyer he can't afford. Sophie gives me a thumbs up. Mrs. Cohen waves. Marty grins and takes a bow. I pull out my phone and post one final update to social media. Some shows get canceled after one season. Others end with a bang. Guess which one this was? The notification sounds from a dozen phones echo through the garage as people like and share my post in real time. I walk out into the night air, breathing freely for the first time in months. Behind me, I can hear Erin crying and Derek cursing, the sound of consequences finally catching up. Who's laughing now? I told you, Erin. Don't mess with the underdog. Show's over.